can like hear the mouse.
All you haters and you bust.
Gotta love us here on UPR. Some of us are just a mess, so to speak. But welcome to the NXT Halloween Havoc prediction show with the Bad Dolls community here, with the Wrestling Doll and my companion for the evening, the lovely Bad Guy Jack. What up?
What up? What's going on? It was going to be a big three-way going on here, but the captain couldn't be here. But the Bad Dolls are here, and we're going to sit here and give you predictions and talk about Halloween Havoc, which is this Saturday. And obviously, as you can see, my partner was fully prepared for this. She came in as, who are you? Tell the lovely people at home who you are.
Well, for those who may not remember the Suicide Squad movie from a few years back, I am dressed as that Harley Quinn. It's my go-to now.
Well, you can't go wrong with that. I remember, like, when I first saw that Harley Quinn, I said, and I feel like that was last year she had that look. No, she had that in the first Suicide Squad. And yes, I remember thinking, oh, man, you're going to see all of that at WrestleCon. And you still do, because it's a go-to. A lot of girls like that, so you can't go wrong with that.
Morgan dressed like this version of Harley Quinn in WrestleMania last year.
Who did that?
Liv Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Back when her and Ruby Riott were still a team before you know what happened.
Before Rhea turned on her?
No, before Ruby left.
Oh, I'm mixing up. She has a lot of partners, so I mixed them up. And then they all begin with an R. But we see you guys in the chat. We see a lot of love going on. We see Harley Quinn. We said, what up, Wrestling Dolls? Bad Guys dressed as a guy.
Here it is.
I am.
That's from last year.
That was all right. Okay, right. And she was the Joker, right? I forgot. I totally, utterly forgot. I forgot all about that. And that was all last year. It's funny. I could tell you something that happened 20 years ago, but last year it's like a blur to me. I don't know what's going on with me.
That was the first time I ever saw her. So I was like, oh, damn, who is that girl? She's pretty cute.
Well, you and a bunch of other people in the wrestling community, where they first see is like, hey, who's that? For some young men, that is their first crush right about now. Like when I was a young man, my first crush was Tori Wilson. Who?
Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. It's usually a guy in the 90s first.
See, I wasn't a Saved by the Bell guy, honestly. I just wasn't. I liked Boys Meet World. I liked Topanga. But as a wrestling, yes, Topanga was great. And she still looked great. I've been thinking about trying to get her and her husband divorced by just showing my face, but I won't do that because I'm not a homewrecker. But I was going to say Tori Wilson was my crush back in the day. That was the first time I said, wow, who is that? And I still say, because she still looked pretty damn good. I think she's like in her late 40s or something like that. But that was the first crush of mine. And Major Guns, because if you don't know who Major Guns is, just Google her back in the day. She probably don't look the same now. But enough about my crushes here. We're going to review, we're going to talk. No, I am actually dressed as what H-Man said. What he said for Fall Guy. No, I just came simply as a guy
from Free Guy.
I am just botching left and right. Wow. I hope Botchamania don't get a hold of me. But we're here to review. Yep, Major Guns. Major Guns, absolutely. Okay. Very pretty. And she was let's just put it the way. It was just there was something there. That's all. Let's say if she was in the water, she would not drown. But wow. This is really going all over the place. But why don't we review the very first match for NXT Halloween Havoc? So we don't know the orders there, but we're just going to start off with this. We have my main man, Apollo Crews. Oh, shit, it's him. And he's battling Grayson Waller. I believe they actually named the match this week. What they're gonna do? We
They
see
moved the wheel 2 weeks ago, and I would know because I was at that taping, and I saw the wheel move by itself during his match, and I was like, "What the hell is happening? Who is that behind there? Is Apollo Crews behind there, ready to jump up and attack him?" That's what I was waiting for.
See, when that first happened, right? I was so confused because I saw the wheel spin. I said, "Who the hell did that?" Right? Because I don't see nothing.
Who did that? What is going on over here? Am I losing my mind?
Yes, you are. I think we all felt that way. We got George already jumping off the gun. He got Apollo Crews. I see Apollo Crews getting the win. He gotta get his win back from Grayson. Yeah, he gotta get his win back.
Yes.
I don't know any other way to put it. And also too, Grayson, it doesn't do anything bad for him. Grayson, I can't recall the last time he got a win. I feel like every time I see Grayson, he's losing. Now, granted, I know he beat Apollo, right? But then I'm like, after that, who did he beat? So Apollo getting the win, I feel like that just makes all the sense in the world.
The only victory I ever remembered him in was during War Games.
Who's that?
And that was last year.
No, but he's
that's the victory I remember with Waller in it. And that doesn't even fully count because that was a team victory, not a victory by his damn self.
No. But he's won since, like I said, he's beaten Apollo. But I'm saying after that, who did he beat after that?
Oh, we got somebody here making it a three-way.
Is it possible? I don't know. Is he going to come on air? Maybe he's going to join us on a prediction. Is this individual going to join? We'll wait and see. But I do have Apollo. You said you have Apollo. I agree with H-Man when he sits in and says Apollo has to win this. That's the only possible result. Waller could take L's easily. I agree. Waller beat Solo, only one of the two in NXT to do that. He did? Wow. It's so hard to believe that was so long ago. Wow.
I can't even remember.
I mean, I don't remember that. It's hard to believe that even happened. That's what I meant to say. Wow. So, as I go, okay. It's not what you call it. We got all excited. But let's see what is the next match we got here. We got next, as we easily went through Apollo versus Grayson, we have this ambulance match. So this match has been brewing for a while. Damon Kemp, because he's such a villain, he's such an evil doer, and he's battling Captain America himself, Julius. I really fell out when he called him Captain America. I mean, really look at that chin. Tell me that does not have Captain America. Just put a shield on him. Tell me he cannot be younger Steve Rogers. But yes, they're having an ambulance match. If Julius, Captain America Creed, loses, his brother is fired for the company, and apparently, and Damon Kemp's words will be on the unemployment line. Such an evil doer that is Damon Kemp. What do you have here, Russell, for this match?
I have Julius Creed beating the crap out of Damon Kemp for all the shit that he's put him through, especially during that cage match for the tag team championships, which that one, again, I was at the taping too. And watching him handcuff Julius to the top so that his brother would get the beat down, I was like, yeah, they're going to have a big match one day, and Julius is going to go all out and beat the living shit out of Damon Kemp. And Damon Kemp might find himself in the unemployment line one of these days if he keeps this shit up.
Why would he be on an unemployment line?
Because he's going to get fired one of these days. They might put a match. They might do a stipulation match like that where Damon loses. He has to quit. He has to leave too.
Does he? I don't think he has to lose. No, if he loses,
no,
he just
I'm
loses.
saying for another time. I'm not saying for this.
You mean like okay. So I was sharing on the Twitter. Yeah, Julius Creed. It just seemed to me this is simplistic as hell. Like something Shay would always say. She says this guy's got it. Talking about Julius, Captain America, and maybe this is
since day one. Him and his brother got it.
Yeah, but more Julius. I mean, they gave Brutus like a I guess the best way to put Brutus is become like Luigi, But my biggest thing is
like Angelo Dawkins went like.
But Angelo Dawkins, I want to say this out loud. I mean, he made a whole I almost said 420. It shows 420. 360. I'm sorry, wrong number. 360. Because there was a time I said, man, if they split up. But he's been doing his thing, lost some weight. He's been flying around the ring. So, I still say Montez is the star, obviously. But I just want to sit here and acknowledge, like, I see my boy Hawkins or Angelo is trying. But yeah, I see Julius winning. To me, it don't make sense for him to be separated from his brother. My biggest concern when I was seeing all this is like, well, I don't want to see these guys break up. I think these guys are a great team. You need tag teams. Keep them going. Vanquish the evil Damon Kemp, and then he'll go back into his cave and come up with another master plan. But yeah, no, like to me, this is easily, and I think it's going to be a good match. I think this is definitely going to be something good. So
I think this might be the kickoff match, if anything.
you know what I was thinking might be the kickoff? I actually thought, because a few times they've done this. I remember last year they actually did this. They had started off with the women's tag team match, and it was a ladder match.
That is true. I did watch it on TV when it happened.
We got let's look in the chat. We got our usuals here. And I want to say thank you guys for tuning in, joining us on this prediction show. You guys are great. You guys are tremendous. You know, oh, look, we got Charmaine here. She says, well, let me highlight it. Hello, how are you? I went to my daughter's trip and went to the Hall of Science. Nice. I don't think I've ever been there, and I live in Queens. Maybe this is because Brutus got signed 6 months after Julius. Of course, he's a little behind. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I figured, I don't know. I thought they was kind of around the same time. H-Man with the news. I gotta like follow this guy. Julius for the win. I can see Roddy getting involved too. I see him getting involved. Oh, to screw Damien over. Also, this is Damien's first single feud. He's not winning over Julius. I love how you put that together, H-Man. Damien Kemp needs to be an unemployment line. Jesus. No love for Damien Kemp? Why?
Back on them.
Yeah, sure.
He got jealous for the wrong reasons.
I think there's never
doesn't get what he wants. He throws a temper tantrum and makes everybody suffer, like Angelica from Rugrats.
You know, I really hated Angelica.
He's Angelica, and Julius is Susie Carmichael, who butt heads.
You know, I can't explain how funny that is, because the way you said he's Angelica and then Captain America is Susie, and I'm looking, I'm saying, I see what you're saying,
and they look the opposite.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you pointed that out. But I loved Susie. She always stuck up for the Rugrats. Unlike Tommy, he was kind of a crappy friend to Chucky. Chucky would be like, "Hey Tom, I don't want to do this." He'd be like, "Yeah, man up." I really hated that they rebooted the Rugrats. I want to just throw that out.
They didn't do that, but that's
they didn't even have to do that. They, you know, like, oh look, these kids in this generation didn't get this. Too bad.
They don't need to.
Yeah, just watch the throwbacks. Like,
watch the OG.
Oh, I could literally go into a rant, because then they rebooted the freaking Powerpuff Girls. Like, no, like, leave that alone. What are you doing? I know y'all came for a review, but I might
we'll do an episode of shows that were rebooted that did not need a reboot.
Oh my god! If they, I might explode if they reboot Hey Arnold. Although they had that one movie thing, and then it went to what was it? It was a movie, and it looked like they were gonna go into another season. Because I loved Hey Arnold growing up. I loved Nickelodeon. I was a Cartoon Network kid growing up, but Nickelodeon was alright. I
like both, so I couldn't really choose.
I love how you saw on the internet how they kept saying Cartoon Network was gonna die. Like, this is it, and then Cartoon Network had to be like, oh, I didn't know we were supposed to be like demised after this, but we're gonna say that for a special at one point. We're gonna just rant on cartoons, but we have this for the next match. It's a weapons match. In case you didn't know, weapons are involved. So we have Roxanne Perez against Cora Jade. Oh, and I even look at this: good friends, better enemies. Cora, I gotta sit here and say, has been doing a fantastic job as a heel. She's made people really dislike her.
Yep.
Except if you're Braun Breaker. Just wanted to throw that out there. I think he's
trust me, I know somebody who I sat next to when he came up with the crap out of Braun Breaker.
I boo Braun too. You know what it is?
You're not alone.
And everyone thinks that, oh, you're just jealous. I'm not. We have the same muscle mass. Well, why am I jealous? I don't understand why I would, when I can easily do 5 push-ups in seconds. You know, it's just, he's whatever. I've already said too much. But, you know, Cora Jade's been doing a great job as a heel. Roxanne's been doing a great job as a babyface. Matter of fact, reading online where they said backstage is really high on her from a performance from last week on SmackDown. which I sit and say, great. Don't call her up right away. Please let her have some time to simmer in NXT, because I feel like you can have a really big babyface female star down there and build a women division around her. Just let her stay down there for a bit.
You mean like when Mandy came down to NXT and they started building a division around her as the biggest female heel?
Who's that? Mandy, right? Mandy was interesting. They called her back down. Then they went to the 2.0 stuff because she kind of came at the end of the Golden Black. And I was like, oh, cool. They paired her with these other girls and stuff. And then I got to say, it threw me off because I was like, wow, they're really building a division around her. So, matter of fact, this might even change my pick for later tonight, but I don't know. I might stick with it. But Roxanne, yeah, I wanted to stay down here for a little bit longer to give my predictions about this match. They had a match. Oh God, I forgot what pay-per-view or PO special that they had. But anyway, Cora won. She won. Roxanne didn't have that killer instinct because she's such a baby face. She's so like squeaky clean. She seemed like she just don't have a. She just seemed like such like the nicest person in the world. Like, like how can you boo her? That's why I hated that crowd on Tuesday when they sat in and said, Rhea's gonna kill. I said, this is your girl.
It is, but unfortunately, when you're fighting against Rhea Ripley, especially heel Rhea Ripley, she's going to decimate, destroy, beat the crap out of anybody, especially since she had the Judgment Day over there with her.
Which I said on Tuesday, how are a bunch of grown men going to come out there? What, we're going to jump this 4'2" woman? How dare you? And this is why I'm not going to make a Finn reference. I already hear my ear ringing. But I see Roxanne getting the win, and I see her getting the win by eventually tapping into that killer instinct that she did not have in the last encounter. When she was out there, she was out there. She had the bat, but she dropped it, which I sit here and say, I'm trying to understand this. Like, Cora DDT'd her on the bat, and the ref didn't disqualify. She still can't. I guess he just said, F it. I'm still going to get paid anyway. 1, 2, 3.
Probably.
Yeah, that ref didn't give a damn. I hate that ref, matter of fact. After we get off, I'm going to play some 2K22 and beat up the ref. It's my favorite thing to do. I just hit him with the chair every time. I'd be like, I hate you. I hate you. But, Carrie, what do you think? What do you think about this match? And who do you got? What is your predictions about this match?
Well, this match is going to be pretty damn good. I'm going to say that. I do like Roxanne to pieces. I kind of feel like somehow Cora's going to sneak her way into a victory somehow. It's like when I thought Liv Morgan was going to win. People didn't think she had that killer instinct to win or beat Ronda, which she held her own pretty damn well, even though there are some spots missed here and there. But I don't know. I kind of feel like that outcome might possibly happen, that Cora might somehow win. I do want Roxanne to win, but for some reason my mind is my logical side telling me Cora's gonna win somehow.
I love this comment right here. H-Man always with the witty remarks. He said, Roxanne is winning. She already got pinned by Rhea. Always winning. So yeah, I think we're all in agreement here.
I wouldn't mind getting pinned by Rhea Ripley either. Just saying.
Well,
I usually don't like muscular women like that. I can make an exception.
She's not really that like muscular. Like, she really isn't. Like, I've seen muscular women where I was like, wow, you could literally just throw me through the earth. Like
Jade Cargill?
No, she's fine in tone. No. She's
muscular. She's got muscle. You can see him from a mile.
But no, she's a nice tone. I don't want to sit here and shame bodies because that's not.
You don't have to shame it. I'm just saying muscular like that.
No, but she's dead. No, she's not. She could just throw me through a wall any day of the week because she could probably just freaking do it anyway. What we got next? Okay, so I think this is going to be the match that separates everyone's pick right here. So we have a lot of
men from the Wimps.
Yeah, the men from the Wimps. So this match right here is for the vacant North American Championship. We have Fraser, Oro, Mello in the middle because he's a star, baby. If you will, he's the American dream, baby. We have Wesley, and we have the tremendous Von Wagner, the Vonest of the Von, and that man is winning too. I saw someone on Instagram, and I was like, this man is winning. No, not winning the match. So let me break it down. Let's have story time with Jack. Let me drink some water. Oh, we got Walter in the house. Warman is in the house. Throw up this. I gotta do this real quick because I see the Jack Pack community's in full effect. Throw up the W's, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Throw up the W's if you're a part of the Jack Pack community. That's what I'm talking about. I get excited when I see my Jack Packers because they give me strength and it makes me want to color in the lines when I have a coloring book. But let me break this down. We have these 5 men. Matter of fact, let me get the picture back up here, right? If I can fucking find it. Where'd it go? It disappeared. Tremendous. I can't find the picture now. I can find it
for you.
It's fine. It's fine.
You're right. It's gone. That's weird.
That is hilarious. You know what? I blame Chucky.
Oh no, here it is.
Oh, you found it? Upload it. There we go. Thank you so much. She's great. No, H-Man. We're going to remove that joke. We're going to grow up now. That was such a funny on Tuesday. It's always a party here. So we have Fraser.
No.
And look at this guy. Look at me. He got the chat going. So, okay, let me start off with Von, all right? Von is not winning. He's the big man. He's just the big man in the match. He's just going to, like just overpower everybody. So he's not getting the win. He's not ready for anything. He's going to do damage. He's going to beat people with his eyebrow. He's going to commit, like, tremendous damage. Aura. I look at this as a great showing for him. I don't see him getting the win at all. But I do see this is going to be a great – I see him going out there and performing his heart out. So I really look forward to this match, honestly. Then we have my man Carmella. And I said, Jeffrey, how dare you say that come Tuesday? That's not funny. Don't let Shay fool you. That's not funny. How dare you? But let me get to Wesley. I mean, not Wesley. I'm going to get to in a minute. Mello. I feel like he's outgrown the North American Championship. He's done such a tremendous job with that belt. I've said that for the last few weeks. He has outgrown that belt. I think he should totally go for the NXT Championship. I see him. He got the win on Tuesday, but that was to give you hope that, oh, he's going to win. Nah, he's going to go out there and steal the show, but he's definitely not winning. So I left him with these two, Nathan Fraser and Wesley. And I was looking at Wesley as a strong, I was like, I could see Wesley, and I would kind of like to see him win the championship. But I feel like him and Mello cancel each other out, and that leaves Nathan Fraser as the new North American champion. I know that seemed like a big stretch. To me, it's between Wesley. Wesley is my dark horse pick, but I look at Nathan Fraser as the guy who's going to take it. Wrestling Dog, what do you got?
Well, like you, my choices for this is probably going to be between Wesley. That's my number one. And if not Wesley, then Nathan Fraser. For literally every reason that you said. You literally took the words out of my head and said them out your mouth as opposed to me saying it. For all those reasons, exactly, I feel like either Nathan or Wesley could be the one to take it. But I feel like Nathan is great. Don't get me wrong. Nathan is great. I mean, that match with him and Axum a couple weeks ago was the best match of the night. And a lot of people there felt like that should have been the main event. But I feel like Wesley, it's his time to get a singles run as a champion up there in NXT. He has been a tag champion with someone who, unfortunately, some people will not name due to unfortunate circumstances. But I feel like it is his time to shine and become a champion. They're building him up. They're making him look like he can handle his own, which he can. So why not reward the man with all his hard work by making him the new North American champion?
And you know what? Honestly, I wouldn't be mad at Wesley winning. I think Wesley would be. I would be interested in that because I could see that being he could be the underdog champion. So could he win? Absolutely. I'm still picking Nathan, but Wesley was like, because I was looking at Wesley like, yeah, he has a great opportunity, but there's something about Nathan where I said, and I had to think about him and Mello. They're probably going to cancel each other out. So, but nonetheless, I think the match is going to be tremendous. It's going to be great. You have such great talent in there, and also the Vonus of Devon, Von Wagner. So there's that. Oh, look, we got this. I peeped you in the crowd when Sonya showed up.
Yeah, it's funny. And I told this exact same thing to Shay. When I was sitting in the crowd and they were putting her in to sit down to get ready for that bit, I saw her walking there, and I recognized her solely by the profile of her nose. I saw her nose. I was like, "Oh shit, it's Sonya." I didn't say it all, but I was like, "Oh my god, that's Sonya Deville."
I think that was a
I
good
recognized her solely by the profile of her nose.
You know, it's funny when because obviously we didn't see the part where she sat. You know, they placed her there, right?
They do that like during commercials.
Right, absolutely. But I was gonna say when she attacked, because the hoodie was still a certain way, and I saw it
down. But the problem is they moved it too close where you could see her face before she put it down and revealed it was her. But one of my friends that was there, Nico Extra, did send a TikTok to me showing me in the crowd when the reveal happened. So it's like, oh look, I saw you there.
Quite the star. Quite the star. We'd be seeing you sometimes over there with the executive every now and then. And
he barely goes anymore, so.
Oh, well, that's good.
No, I have another friend of mine that I hang out with over there, so.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And we're getting close to the main event because there's only 6 matches. We have Alba Fyra, and she looks to finally end this reign of Mandy Rose. She has held this title for, I believe, like 300 something days. And someone in the chat has the exact amount of time. I mean, she's pretty much, I feel like she has, I feel like she's made a year because she won the title at Halloween Havoc. She
won the title at Halloween Havoc last year.
Yeah, I just don't remember what date, but she did win the title. And for me, I feel like it's time. I feel like Alba Fyra should be the one. I feel like originally I was looking at like the young, and Alba Fyra's not no old head or nothing like that, but I was looking at someone like Cora before she turned heel and Roxanne. And I think Roxanne, they're still trying to work with her. And that's fine. I take your time with Roxanne. But I think Alba Fyra winning the championship from Mandy, ending this reign. I mean, hey, listen, I want to sit here and say real quick, Mandy has done a great job being that girl on that brand. You know, I think she's gotten better as a wrestler. I think when she's on the mic, she does a pretty damn decent job. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm just tired of this. Tired of traction. And I know that, and listen, when they go to the main roster, it's going to be a breath of fresh air for them because they need that kind of act. So I sit here and say, like, I see Alba Fyra winning.
Me too, especially because I think she will get called back up, and but I feel like that's going to happen. That they're going to interfere because more than, I want to say, good 70, 80% of her title defenses have involved these 2 girls coming in and making sure that they keep her as the champion almost every single time. Like, can't she have more than 3 clean victories? She can't because she has them.
Well, they're saying she won this title October 26th. So, wow.
Close to a year.
Wow.
And I feel like it is time for Mandy to be dethroned and let go as champion so they can move on up to the main roster.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Because we need all the help we can get.
Yeah. Yeah, I see her dropping it. And, you know, I saw Walter Warman, he said if Gigi and they're going to get involved. But
they're going to get involved. They can never not be involved.
It's time for Tiger Trash to go to the main roster because they need a heel faction. I agree. And also they need some more women. I can see Alba Fyra winning and also seeing Mandy retaining. It's a toss-up. It's hard because I felt like the last time she had a title, she defended against Zoe. And I said, oh, this is it. This is totally it. And then Zoe let me down. You know, like Wendy's. Actually, Wendy's never let me down. They're pretty cool. Just can't eat them all the time. But she let me down. And it's hard because you're like, does Alba Fyra get the job done? I think she does. And Mandy and her girls go to the main roster and cause hell. Maybe sort of. I wouldn't want them to start with Bianca though, because it seemed like every time Bianca is like, it's always like a tree. It's like 3 people always trying to jump Bianca. So maybe not Raw. Maybe send her to SmackDown. Maybe they could mess with Ronda Rousey, which I don't recommend at all. But
maybe they try to go after Ronda Rousey since they think like they're the greatest thing ever. Why not go after somebody else who claims themselves to be the greatest thing ever right now, which is Ronda?
Which is Ronda, right? I'm trying to remember. She's a baby, right? Like she's babyface, right? Because I'm trying to figure out. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. As far as we know, she was acting like a heel to Liv Morgan. So.
Well, no, I gotta say the Philly crowd was really rude to her. And listen, I would sit and be nasty to the crowd too. Oh, yeah, you wanted your person to win? Yeah, go eat your stinking fit. Well, I can't say that.
You mean like that person that yelled at Rhonda and she was like, "Shut up, your mom failed you."
I'm not gonna lie. How do you come back after that? You can't. Yeah, that's some hurtful stuff. But then we're gonna get to the main event. But before I get to it, I'm getting into you guys are that is tremendous. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. If you're liking this, please like it, share it with your friends, tell it to your friends, help this brand grow. There's links to the entertainment side. This weekend, possibility, if any guys like superhero movies, we're supposed to be reviewing Black Adam, which I call the origin story of The Rock. So if you guys,
I thought Young Rock was the origin story of the Rock.
No, that's Rock from like Earth 215, but this is the real story of the Rock. This is the story on the Rock, and at the end, I can't help but believe that you're just gonna hear the glass shatter, and you're gonna see Piccolo Stone Cold come out of nowhere. But we're supposed to be reviewing that. But we're going to plug some other stuff because also on Sunday, I'm going to do a double header apparently on Sunday. But I'll get to that in a moment. So we're going to get to the main event. But continue to like, love, and share. Subscribe to us and all those good notions. Click links. And let's get to the main event here. We have Dragunov, who looks like Dracula right here. He legitimately looked like Dracula. We have Jade, the box head nation. Tell me, does his head look like a box?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad someone agreed. Unlike my co-host, please don't no one tell her that. And then we have
a square-shaped head. It's not his fault it looks like a box.
Yes, it is. It's on top of his head. Yes, it is. How could it not be his fault? It's on his body.
Well, I blame him. That's not his fault.
Well, tomatoes, right? But then we have Braun Breaker.
You sound so excited.
Braun is nice. I mean, he didn't do anything to me. I'll be like I said, we're in the same muscular physique thing. Like, I don't even see the big eye. Be like, oh, look, he's got my. I mean, I've done a push-up once. I don't see anyone. There you go. I don't see why no one hypes me up when I do that. But whatever. No shade. I mean, Braun's winning. Like, I don't see this being any other way. Like, not to take nothing away from these competitors. I think it's going to be great. And I think this is a great mix of talent here. JD, Dragunov. And I like Dragunov. I know everyone's not a fan because you don't have the charisma and stuff. I like the in-ring work. I've always liked the in-ring work stuff. I like character too. But I think his in-ring work speaks for itself. So when I see him in the ring, and this guy who just seemed like he's always trying to kill, not only trying to kill his opponent, but himself. Because I think his finisher, like a running headbutt? Excuse me. So, Braun wins. I just don't see, these are not the guys, and I want Braun to retain anyway, because I think the match should be Mello, Braun. I think they've done a great job separating these guys, keeping them far away from each other. I feel like the only interaction that they had was last year when they were doing war games because they were on teams where it was 2.0 against the black and gold. And I just think that's the match you want to get to. I don't know how long you wait, but I'm saying keep Braun as champion, have Mello go against him. I think it'll be a great match between these two. And honestly, I just think Mello should win. Listen, Braun's doing. Listen, I know everyone thinks I just like talk trash about people, which I do. I'm looking at you, Bill Goldberg. But I think Carmelo should be the one to take the title off Braun. I might be alone on that, but I sit here and I say Carmelo should be the one. So I say Braun wins, and eventually we get a future feud between Braun and Carmelo. What do you got, Wrestling Doll?
I feel like that could happen. I feel like Braun could retain, but with how crazy and creepy, scary JD McDonough can be, I don't think he's going to win, but I feel like Braun's going to tap into something that's going to make him go ballistic, and I feel that Dragunov can also do the same thing because of a few words. NXT, in your house, 2021. That match was absolute insanity. He gave us one of the biggest bangers that year. So I feel like either Braun retains or Dragunov wins the belt and gets the title run that I'm not sure he technically was able to have. So I feel like that it could go one of those two ways. McDonough's not bad. I just feel like he is not ready to have a reign, and he is about as creepy as Gacy minus the posse because he is too creepy to have one.
You know, I wanted to read this real quick. It's Braun or Dragunov for the W. Theory is not cashing, probably too predictable. NXT had been doing completely unpredictable things since last year. You know, and I want to ask you guys real quick. We did a show on Tuesday, and I don't know if I got to ask this, but were you guys as not even as, because I wasn't bothered by this. I think giving us some days to think about it, Theory showing up with the Money in the Bank saying I could cash in on you. I thought that was great. I think it just puts the NXT title at a higher thing like that. It adds value to it. Like I could cash in on you. Because I honestly, let's be real. Who sees him cashing in on Roman? And if he does, be successful. Because that's not the guy I see beating Roman.
Never.
No, Dragunov is intense. Alpha-ish. Yes, he's very intense. Very intense.
Yeah, that match alone.
Then Austin tries to cash in on Braun and fails. That would be hilarious. I don't see that, honestly, but that would be hilarious.
I just feel like they should just draw it out with him like what they did with Carmella when she became the first Miss Money in the Bank and just draw it out for a very long time.
Who's that? Carmella?
Carmella drew it out for like over a year.
They've been doing a good job
since they're not doing much with him other than having a feud with his former father figure, Johnny Gargano.
They've done a great job separating that 2.0 team at the same time creating tension between them. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, because I remember Mello had some feuds with both Grayson and Don, but he never had anything with Braun. And I like how they separated those two because to me, those were the you could sit here and say Braun is running NXT then Mello. Or you could say Mello. It's like for me, it's Mello then Braun. You know, that's my particular order. So I like that they kept those two really far apart, and these guys were killing it in their respective championship, defending their championship. So I like that they kept them separate. I can see Carmelo Hayes and Braun for the absolutely same. The question is when, you know. I like
the next future pay-per-view shows they have for NXT.
Oh,
doesn't
now
have to be the next one after, but it could be maybe 2 or 3. Build a feud for them. Like have him come out if he doesn't win the North American Championship match. Have him come out around the end of it, and if Braun Breaker wins, have him beat him down, lift the belt up as a sign, like I'm coming for this now, bitch.
Especially with the bitch part. I think you can even do some where they don't even touch. Sometimes that's even more interesting because you can have him when Braun wins. You can have the music play, or you could have just Mello just stand on the stage and just look at him like, all right. You know, just stare at him because that's even right there. You already planted the seed.
Stare at him, look down at the belt, and then stare back up.
Yeah, you could do anything. And they don't even have to really touch. They could just simply, Mello could be on the stage, Braun could be in the ring, and then, you know, they make eye contact with each other. And, I mean, you plant the seeds right there. And I think, and truth of the matter is, it's going to be a good match nonetheless. Like, it's going to be great. So I hope that they get to that part. And, you know, that was pretty much the NXT review. I mean, not review. I'm lying. That was predictions. And you know what? Yeah, I could totally see that. I don't know how she.
You can totally see her jumping from the AEW boat all the way down back to NXT and dethrone Braun to be the next NXT champion.
I don't know why. I just feel like Dr. Strange opened a portal and she just comes through and she just hits the Rampage, which is funny. That's named from one of our moves, and just pin Braun. And that would be a great. And you know what? I would take that week off of NXT review because I wouldn't know how to handle what the hell I just saw. You know what? I'm glad you said that because I forgot when he first showed up, he did, but I don't think that would be a main. So it could be a main. Because I don't know what other special event or anything like that is happening. But you could do that and have them go to a special event and then Mello, because I think Mello should be, you build towards it, you take your time with it. But Apollo can be someone, because even if Apollo faced Braun, you know me, oh shit, Apollo. But Apollo is not going to be beating no Braun Breaker. It's just not. What else we got? Also, Melo has been saying consistently throughout the year that he was the A champ over the main champ. Good listening skills, H-Man. That's why he's the man who opens the door for people. When I sit here and say, H-Man, open the door, and he just does it. Who is the
Pretty Deadly?
Yes, Pretty Deadly. But they will be
champions. It's funny. We saw the shirts hanging on the thing where they were watching for the contendership for the NXT titles.
You gotta forgive us. Oh, go ahead.
People are wondering, what does that mean? And somebody's like Pete Dunne. I was like, I don't know. And then we saw the come out. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot they were still there.
We got he was saying he was mentioning NXT Saray, not Saray. You gotta forgive us. So I thought you meant that Saray, and then when it was going on and it was like that, you gotta forgive. These names are so similar. Could I be calling her Saray?
And a little bit, only because she's not there right now. As far as from what
and hopefully they bring her back, because I like Saray. I really do. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she got lost in the shuffle, but I hope we see her again. But
maybe maybe she got injured, or maybe she's working on some training and stuff.
I think she could be doing training. I won't even take that away. I say, because I'm saying she's, I think, well trained. Not to say you can never get better your skills, but maybe that, or maybe she's hurt and there's something because main man Jeffrey sitting there saying, what happened? I don't know. But we're going to end this stream. We want to say thank you, but let's do some plugs. Saturday, there should be a review show right after NXT Halloween Havoc. We're going to look at it, but continue to follow us on all social media platforms, and then you'll know. Or also just hit once, if you hit subscribe, you're just going to know, because you'll see, oh shoot, there's a Halloween Havoc review show. I got to tune in. Also, like I said, on Sunday, there's a possibility a review on Black Adam. So I sit here and say, if you saw the movie, please tune in and watch the review. If you didn't, and spoiler bar you, don't, but watch the replay. But I also want to throw out this Sunday. See, this Sunday, I got to sell you guys on something, right? It looks like I might be doing a double header that day, right? So also on UPR Instagram, we are going to have another UPR battle. It's when we have two fictional characters go against each other, and we debate on why this person would beat that person. And this Sunday, we have Frankenstein against Michael Myers. As you can see, they seem like the same height.
But I never seems to fucking die, no matter how many times you kill him.
Who? Nick Cannon?
Myers.
Oh, but
no, Nick Cannon just has that don't quit because he got too many damn kids.
I'm telling you, no one's ready for the Nick Cannon invasion. But let me tell you something. I need to sit here and sell you guys on this. Let me tell you something. Let me try to do a babyface promo for you guys. You know, the last two battles I've been down and out. C won this one battle, and I felt really hurt and down. Then there was another battle that we did, and I was giving out great points, and I was sending out great. I had a great tactic about this, but the judge didn't listen to me, and I want him to know I will forever dislike you. And
Are you talking about the one that judged you guys when you did the debate on number 5 versus Sam from Totally Spies?
No, that one, I let myself down. I let the Jetpack community down, and I apologize. It was the one after when we did Popeye against Luffy. I felt like I wasn't heard. I had to make sure my mic was working, and I was offended that I wasn't heard. And I thought that judge was biased, and he had it out for me because I'm better looking. I have hair, and I have facial hair. So I immediately know this judge had everything against me. I hope he has a great wife, but she don't know how to make pancakes. And let me tell you, if someone don't know how to make good pancakes, they have no reason to be in your life. But this Sunday, I almost mixed Saturday and Sunday, but this Sunday, I'm going to get the big W. I'm bringing it back to the Jack Pack community. Stand up, Jack Packers, because I'm bringing victory. There's going to be victory juice. There's going to be a whole lot of yelling. So you guys should tune in. It's a great live. It's not long. It's usually like 5-10 minutes. It's a tremendous time. I see the Superior going down, and no one, and I mean no one, makes the Jack Pack look like a fool. Ugh! That felt great. What we got here in the chat? Before we leave, because we need to go home. There's got a lot of women in the NXT Build division. Soraya, Tiffany, yep. Ivy, Lash, newer faces who wasn't Nubia who came in too.
Back.
Huh?
I said they'll probably do more with Tiffany once she comes back. I mean, she was injured, so.
Right. No, she had surgery or something, but there was a name that just debuted. She was the surfer girl. I don't know her name. We got
So Ruka.
There we go. Halloween and sucks. I heard. I guess can I be?
Some people love it.
You are. You are. You're already part of the team. You're the war man.
Just throw the W up and you
throw the W's up. Bye, guy. You went against Luffy. Unlucky day. H-man. It was a bad day. It was a bad day. Ron, who you picked to win for the battle? I'm representing Frankenstein. I plan on kicking a lot of ass. There's going to be a lot of ass juice on these Converses because I'm kicking that much ass. 7 out of 10. That means that promo was great and it sold you, and you should be there if you have an Instagram. But that's all the plugs. You know to tune in on Tuesdays. It's me and the captain. There's a possibility the AEW team is coming back. If you guys love Dynamite, they should be back. What we got? Entertainment. They got stuff going on. And I think there's all the stuff. There's links. Follow all the social media platforms. Wrestling Doll have something. Wrestling Doll, you know, what we do here is we plug our people's stuff. You have something going on. What do you have going on?
Well, thank you, kind sir. I have my own YouTube channel, The Unofficial Camerawoman, where predominantly I go watch local wrestling shows here in my lovely city of Orlando. Yes. Or occasionally travel a little further out, depending on the action. And I film and I put it up. And the people enjoy. I already have over 500 plus subscribers. So tell your friends.
That's pretty badass. And the link is in there. The link is also to Shay's Twitch. If you guys have not started following her, continue to follow her. Continue to follow the Wrestling Doll. And like you'll see me Sunday. So with all that said, I guess we got 2 more chats. Let's get through this real quick. Let's get right here through this. No, we don't love Dynamite. Love the review though. But yes, definitely praise. I mean, I saw that bump and wow. So definitely hoping the man is feeling better. I heard he's actually feeling better. He wrote.
Yeah, he tweeted out saying he's okay.
That's good. Trent got injured too, right? I didn't hear that. I hope not. Bye, Wrestling Doll. I love your video. My daughter and I love your video. And we got, I follow Wrestling Doll. Absolutely. You heard this, man. And with that said, we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to follow on Popular View. And where's these? Oh, here's the outro. Bye, folks. Give the people a bye. There we go. Throw them up. Throw up the W's one more time for the Jackpack community. You guys are great. Thank you for watching the review. Have a great night. And that's all, folks.